If you love beautiful handmade floral arrangements, then please check out Rain's Flowers on Instagram. Now, the videotape story vault. It glows warmly, a vintage television perched on a sturdy oak stand, surrounded by shelves crammed with neatly arranged VHS tapes. Welcome to the videotape story vault. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Videotape Story Vault. I recently got back from a concert. It was Cave Town and Mother Mother. Incredible show. I'm actually wearing my Cave Town hoodie right now as I record this, but excuse me. I'll try and avoid doing any more of that. This is a short story I actually wrote long before I ever saw Cave Town or Mother Mother. It was the last concert I went to that inspired this short story, and it's a tale called Stage Dive. Oh, God, excuse me. Let me get a little... There we go. That's a good start, huh? That's my legacy, folks. These videos are my legacy. All right. Stage Dive. For some reason, parking at the concert costs us $18. As she parks the car, I can't help but wonder what that money is actually for. We have 20 minutes until the show starts. Passing through the dirty yellow gridwork, we find a spot easily enough. She parks the car quickly and easily. I'm itching to get inside and find our seats. She isn't. She's lighting the half a joint that's left, and our compromise is hard to dispute. I'm still watching the clock pointlessly. I won't be able to relax until we're inside. Not all the way, but I'm close enough for now. Outside of our window, people flow into the building like ants. None of them look concerned in the slightest, walking with the slow excitement and nothing else. I envy that. We climb out of the car and make our way towards the massive stone stairs beneath the building's main entrance. I'm moving too fast, focused more on getting inside than keeping pace with her. She stops me a few times, catching her breath. At every stop, I apologize. My lunatic eagerness feels childish. I feel childish. She forgives me quickly. She's perfect. Cresting the stairs, we are met with 3 layers of doors guided by 2 layers of employees. We scan our tickets, move through the metal detector, and into the stadium. The atmosphere is that of a large carnival, the crowd dense and excited. The building smells of popcorn and beer, unpainted concrete, and human sweat. We slip into the school unnoticed, as I quickly double-check our tickets. I'm looking for section number 221, row 15, seats 12 and 13. 21, 15, 12 and 13. 21, 15, 12 and 13. I'm looking for a bottle of water in the merch stand. I'm looking at everyone moving everywhere all at once. I'm a little overwhelmed and a little confused. 223 and 222 come into view easily enough, but 221 is nowhere in sight. Unashamed, I ask a young woman with a shiny gold name tag where our section is. She directs me to a tucked-away staircase hidden in the back, and I say thank you. My lady looks up at me, looking a little confused as we walk. I feel a little embarrassed as we move towards our section. I always feel a little embarrassed when I need to ask for help. 2 sets of stairs later, we emerge onto the cliff face edge of section 221. The angle is suicidally steep, with a perfect view into the largest room I have ever seen. We move towards our seats as carefully as mountain goats and find them easily enough. Row 15, seats 12 and 13, are perfectly centered in the lower rows. I can't help but feel pride as we sit down and take in the view. To the slowly adjusting eye, the sheer scale of the building looks almost unreal. A concrete oval of standing superfans mill about like ants closest to the stage. Under the low instrumental music, the entire building hums with life. Finally, I feel almost perfectly at ease. At exactly 7 p.m., the lights go dark. The exactness of the timing fills me to the brim with utter childish delight. In total darkness, an unfamiliar band takes the stage. The crowd rumbles with small approval as the darkness bursts into swirling blue lights that swallow the stage. The unknown woman starts singing with a powerful voice that's impossible to ignore. Behind her, her mostly male band sounds just as unique and powerful as she does. The lights dance and move with the band, and we move our feet and tap our heads as we listen. She sways a little beside me. God, how perfect this all is. How delightful. How exciting. With a final flourish of electric mayhem, the band leaves the stage in the noisy darkness. The applause grows loud and quickly dies into 1,000 whispered rumors. With the lights back on in full, I'm again taken aback by the steepness of our seats. The strange vertigo makes me feel my stomach dropping slightly. Now would be a perfect time to go to the bathroom. Excusing myself, I make my way down the steps and onto a small flat landing. It feels good to have my back turned for a bit as I move down even more stairs and back into the noisy crowd. There's something about them I can't put my finger on. Some strange trait we all have in common. Something that makes this concert unlike any other. I'm halfway to the bathroom when I understand what it is. Everyone in this building is over 18 years old. No moms with little kids in tow, no strollers by the handicap section. That probably doesn't seem like a big deal to most, but every other concert I have attended was with my parents or siblings at the featherweight age of 23. Most of my life had been spent waiting in the car while my mom runs into the liquor store. Being here with her is a triumph. Our life, our rules, our night together, to be fully accepted and embraced as an adult, even in small ways like tonight, was still a delicious kind of magic. I think of her, sitting patiently in her crude metal seat and smiling. I move faster without even noticing. I'm suddenly eager to get back to her. She has a magic all of her own. Once I find the bathroom, my piss is long and exquisite. I didn't realize just how badly I needed to go until my zipper was already down. After the last few drops fall, I do not wash my hands. Instead, I quickly squeeze 3 pumps of hand sanitizer from its boxy home above the sink. As I make my way back towards our section, I rub my hands together quickly and thoroughly, like an insect. By the time I return to her, I'm out of breath and full of excitement. She squeezes my alcohol-scented hand gently. I squeeze hers back just as gently. I tell her I love her, and she laughs knowingly. For a few minutes, we're the only people in the world. A few minutes later, the lights go dark once again. The crowd murmurs with excited approval. Even in the darkness, I can tell right away this band is larger than the last. Opposite the drums and guitarist, a keyboard and piano have appeared as if by magic. Not only that, but a small horn section of saxophones have sprouted between them. All like dandelions on a cracked sidewalk. The sight of this fully captures my attention as the band takes the stage. The lights turn candle flame orange. It's already beautiful, and the show hasn't even started yet. I feel her grip loosen on my hand. We exchange our unguarded smiles. This is what we've been waiting for. The humble, bearded frontman makes his introduction. Under the spotlight of our attention, he thanks us all for our time and our good cheer. He tells us honestly his love for the country and the city. You couldn't have asked for a better introduction. Wasting no time, the band begins to play a song everyone knows and loves. The big crowd pleaser, the one folks can all sing along to. Everyone claps their hands with the simple but infectious bass. Most of the lower sections have already gotten to their feet to dance and cheer. My already wide smile somehow finds the room to grow even wider, with even more amazement and delight. Up in our section, everyone stays seated as they clap along. That is until the verse explodes into the chorus, and a blonde cowgirl in black a few rows ahead of us gets to her feet. She dances with no one, for no one. Right in the very first row, right behind the metal safety rail. I can't help but shift my gaze between her dancing and the main stage. Watching the cowgirl a little longer revealed she wasn't alone at all. Every few minutes, she would shoot a glance down at the guy sitting beside her. Husband? Boyfriend, maybe? Whatever he wasn't a dancer. Based solely on his stubborn silhouette, I couldn't help but imagine him as a grumpy little kid up past his bedtime. I found myself losing interest in the cowgirl quickly enough, moving her back into the corner of my eye to soak up as much of the music and spectacle as I could. It would take a great amount of time and talent to describe to you how perfectly comfortable I felt. Being there with her was complete and total bliss. From the main stage, song after song washed over the audience in soothing waves of welcomed emotion. In the face of such beauty, my tears threatened to start. For a while, time was only marked by the beginning and ending of new songs and fresh applause. The cowgirl, it seemed, would never find a dance partner. Once again, the front man stopped briefly to thank the crowd. During this little pause, I felt almost panicked by the idea he was near the end of his set. All good things, I supposed, suddenly, must come to an end. The band played on. I tried not to think about the approaching end of our evening. The cowgirl danced her fearless dance in front of us, bouncing with excitement, sending blonde waves of hair to smash rhythmically against her lower back. Again, she looks to her maybe husband for some company. Again, her date seems unaware she exists. Not discouraged in the slightest, the cowgirl dances with herself. Up and down, back and forth. It's hypnotizing, strangely. Watching all that hair swish and bounce. I'm having a hard time shifting focus. And then she's gone. Disappeared as if swallowed by the ground itself. Without thinking, terror rockets me to my feet. At the same time, the whole front row does the same. I can't see anything. Just a row of people standing, bent over the railing and looking down. I don't need to see what they see. I already know with perfect deadly clarity what just happened. After a few moments, the music stops. Time stops. In my mind's eye, I see the cowgirl crumpled onto the unforgiving concrete below like a discarded tissue. Her limbs bent at impossible angles. Her long, bouncy hair growing thick with blood. Blood mixed with small flakes of bone oozing lazily towards the stage down the concrete stairs. Nobody moves. Not yet. All good things, a sharp and cruel voice whispers, must end. And the crowd goes wild.